The inception of the bank, the position of chief executive has always been held by white males, 11 in all, selected by the United States. This is the first time an African and a woman is vying for the post. In this report, our correspondent Harriet Agbenyi takes a look at Dr. Okonjo-Iweala's academic and professional experience, which shows her to be a formidable candidate.
The World Bank in the next couple of weeks will see a change in leadership. This is because the incumbent president of the bank, Robert Bruce Zolik, will step down at the end of June after a 5-year stint as chief executive of the bank. For the past 65 years, the US has always picked a successor for the post. This time, the governing board accepted nominations from the 187 member countries and on March 23, shortlisted 3 persons to fill the post. The nominees are Nigerian Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, a consummate economist and diplomat who has worked across the entire strata of the World Bank over a 25-year period. The second contender for the post is Columbia University professor and former 2-time Colombian Minister of Finance, Jose Antonio Ocampo. The third candidate nominated by the U.S. government is Korean-American Jim Yong Kim, who is a Harvard-trained medical doctor and an anthropologist. Of the 3, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala is most favored to clinch the job, at least where emerging economies are concerned.
As many of you might know, but if you don't, let me repeat it. She is a very experienced finance minister. This is the second time round as a finance minister. She spent many years within the World Bank itself, including being at a very senior position for the last few years, before she was, as we would say in South Africa, redeployed.
On the home front, she has President Goodluck Jonathan's strong support and also the backing of the country's lawmakers.
The current candidate for this position is one of the best materials Nigeria has produced. And this is because out there, she has represented this country very well. And unlike several other Nigerians who, after attaining the kind of position that she has attained, would rather remain abroad, she had always indicated her willingness to come back to Nigeria and serve this country.
Dr. Okonjo-Iweala at a press conference in South Africa gave an insight into her vision for the bank.
The World Bank's vision of fighting poverty with passion is one that I share fundamentally, and the issue is in which direction do you make this fight even more beneficial and deeper for the developing countries.
No doubt all candidates are qualified for the post, but maybe not as qualified as Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who has the cognate capacity to hit the ground running, having had over 20 years' experience in administering the bank's program in Europe, Asia and Africa. She didn't start there. In 1977, she graduated magna cum laude from Harvard University and later earned a doctorate degree in regional economics and development from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. In 2006, as finance minister during Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure, she was largely instrumental in securing a $12.4 billion debt relief for the country from its creditors in the Paris Club. Dr. Okonjo-Iweala has received a lot of recognitions. In 2005, she was Euromoney magazine Global Finance Minister of the Year and Financial Times The Banker's African Finance Minister. She's also a fellow at an elite world-class Washington, D.C.-based think tank, the Brookings Institute, and a member of the advisory boards of Global Financial Integrity and World Resources Institute. In 2006, she returned to the World Bank to take up an appointment as managing director before she was recalled by President Goodluck Jonathan to be the finance minister and coordinating minister for the economy. The bank was founded in 1944 and has never had a woman as its chief executive. But with Dr. Okonjo-Iweala's impeccable credentials, the prospect of a win based on merit is very bright. Harriet Agbenyi, Channels Television News.